Okay, really quick video. Okay, listen, man. It's gonna be okay. I haven't meditated. Dude, it's been 2 days and look at my eyes. I gotta keep going, man. In a way, like Ralph Smart, when I saw him, like he was meditating, he looked great, but like I saw his new video, man, his teeth were white as hell. White as fuck, man. They were white, man. And like, dude, I mean, I look at him and like there's nothing there as far as like, I mean, like it's like all thought away, the negative principle, in the sense like, I'm not saying he was negative back then, but it's gotten to the point where I can look at him and be like, holy shit, man. Like, he's reached a level of positivity. He's on a whole nother dimension. I've been doing this for 1 month and I look at him and I'm like, holy fuck, dude. Dude, that's crazy, man. Anyway, okay, so let me say this right now. You can redeem yourself. You can redeem yourself. And you can be a person to be fully trusted. But don't blame somebody that if you screwed them over and they don't want to trust you again, that's their decision. But they could. But you gotta understand. Even then they could say no. And they, depending on how, I mean, even if it doesn't make any sense, they just have this, you know, maybe a feeling of like, oh, it's just like, it could be like to the fact it's like, you know, I mean, a part of them, like, the reason why, even if it was true that that person still could be fully trusted if they were to open up their third eye and raise their positive energy and redeem themselves, and, you know, and, talk to their guardian angels, it could still be understood why, if you were one of the people to screw somebody over really hard, man, they couldn't be able to trust you. But you still could be fully trusted if you were going to heaven and they say, well, I can't fully trust you now, even if you are to be fully trusted. But if you're up there in heaven with me, then I can fully trust you and we can talk. That can make sense, man. Because here's the thing. I get people who say, you know, I can't fully trust anybody, only the Lord. That makes sense if you look at it from a sense of like, God is like the utmost positivity of all frequencies of trust and faith. It's all vibrations, man. And we are not at that level. But it's the same thing. And it can fit itself, but yet it's not. See? But you can still fill yourself up. And you can be a person to be fully trusted, man. You can be a person to be fully trusted, man. But just know, in a sense, you know, you gotta work, I mean, you gotta work extra hard because, you know, it's a constant battle, man. Because just know you got demons that are trying to turn you into a backstabber, man. Especially if you become woke. I saw that video of Spiritual Soul. Dude, he was like, what the fuck is happening to me? This is not a fucking joke, man. There are, like, negative thoughts. Like, the thoughts you think, dude, there are, like, all types of... Like, people think that God made everything, and the devil doesn't make anything, dude. It's so much more complex. But, yeah, God made everything, but because it compartmentalized everything, you read the Bible, and, like, I can't even say certain shit because I'll start to scare you. But the reason why I'm scaring you is because... you've been compartmentalized to accept certain things, and it sounds crazy because there's a whole new layer, but it has to be let out because we have to evolve, because I wasn't supposed to make it. I'm one of the chosen. I am the chosen one, but it like, depending on the height, but like you go down another level, we are all the chosen ones, but then you go down another level. I mean, it's all related. It just goes higher up. Really, God is the chosen one in that sense, if you think about it. And how high up it is, but anyway, so, okay, I am to be fully trusted, but you don't have to believe me. Listen, I don't care, okay? I'm not going to feel guilty or feel like I'm going to get my feelings hurt, man. I don't blame you, though, but guess what? I'm meditating all the time, man. That's the secret, man. Those are positive vibrations, man, and you'll be okay, man. Dude, I'm fine. I got a little aggravated there. I'm fine, man. I just have a lot of emotion, man, but I'm fine, dude. And, yeah, man, when you get up to those positive vibrations, man, and, you know, when you get up to those positive vibrations, man, when you open your third eye, you have to know who's really a snake and not. It's not, or not, it's not a joke, man. Again, there are entities. People think, oh, the makers of the Matrix are just the Council 13. Listen, it all connects, man. And they're on a limited positive, they're on a limited physical reality, man. Okay? Because they're not, entities that have existed here longer than they have. And unless, like, I'm talking about people who are actually were born one time and then because they're creatures that are not, like, interdimensional aliens that have been here for 10 million years, man. And, okay? And they're on different frequencies, and they are constantly, working to, like, the evil ones are working. They're like, depending on how different God made you, there are entities, like, even when you're meditating, they're pumping positive, negative frequencies. They're inventing new negative frequencies. It's just that much harder, but you got to keep on meditating, man. It's a spiritual war, man. People don't realize it, man. There are evil entities that are going to use any angle. They're intelligent, man. They're thinking about how can we get that person, man. They're thinking about how can they get me right now. They want to get me, man. They want me to, like, even when I was a tough-minded person, and I've been through a lot of shit. Not even the most, but an extra dose of shit. I never backstabbed anybody. I'm trying to think hard. I never backstabbed anybody. But, like, I get too deep into my thoughts and, like, I want to be right. I'm too careful when I think about stuff. Like, how do I want to say it? What if I'm wrong? I doubt myself so much. I was to be fully trusted even when I was going through sin. But I was on a thin line. Like, there was times where I would almost slip. And even then, I still would be trusted, but not fully trusted. But I was still to be fully trusted. Even when I was in sin, but I was being tested. And I can't think of any time where that wasn't the case, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But right now I can tell you, listen, I am to be fully trusted, but people don't have to worry about it. But they gotta start meditating on 528 hertz or 18,000 hertz to blast their ass off into another dimension. It's no joke, man. They gotta start opening their third eye and sensing people's energy. It's all energy, man. You'll know who, like, has dark energy, man. It's no joke, man. It gets more complicated than that. So you better get in touch with your guardian angels or whatever, man. It's no joke. There are woke people. Like, there's, like, dude, you have no idea, man. So, like, yeah. You can be fully redeemed. And you can be fully trusted, but again, don't blame the people who don't want to be around you again, because, depending on if you really traumatized them, man, they won't want to be around you, and yes, in a sense that would make sense if you've been fully redeemed, but I can't blame them, okay, because the one who took advantage of me, like, even if he was to be fully redeemed and stuff, like, I'd be like, yeah, you are to be fully trusted, but a part of me still doesn't want to be around you. And I can see how that would be my fault, but I still go with it, so I can accept my fault. You see what I'm saying? Because if that guy who took advantage of me, if I were to meet him up in heaven in the positive frequency, shit, I wouldn't have anything to worry about. We talk, man. It's gonna be fine, dude. These entities will use anything to put you in fear and feel like something's wrong. They'll do anything to try to bring you back down, man. But yes, I'll say this again. I am to be fully trusted. I'm hiding behind nothing. I'm not compromised or anything, man. Okay? And I meditate a lot. And I'm going to open my third eye. And, dude, even when I was in sin, dude, I was being tested, but I never was a backstabber. And the horrible part is I looked up to so many people. I put my heart out to certain people. I messaged them. I told them, but I was still in fear, but I never went over the line of sin. Turns out I was still a really great person, even when I was going through sin, and I never backstabbed, but it turns out those people were worse off than I was, the people I used to look up to, man. I had nothing to worry about, it turned out, man. I just keep second-guessing myself. But there are people who are, like the people I talk to, dude. When I started forcing stuff, and Ralph Smart said, I gotta make it part 2.